Welcome to the Vibrant Life Podcast. My name is Dr. Alice Prince, and I am your hostess with the mostest. Thank you for joining me today. And today's tips and resources come from weareteachers.com. Thank you so much for giving me these wonderful resources. Today we're going to talk about classroom management techniques and diversity. So you may ask me, what does classroom management have to do with diversity? Well, stay tuned and you will find out. When I watch a teacher with great classroom management techniques, well, it feels like magic. The truth is that classroom management techniques can be learned. You can learn about it by reading different classroom management articles, asking other teachers with great classroom management techniques, and even talking to your principal and asking your principal to observe you and give you ways that can help you. Well, here are 7 things to consider in your quest for classroom management excellence. The first thing I would say is build an authentic and genuine relationship, and that has a lot to do with diversity and inclusion. This is hands down the most effective classroom management technique. When a student trusts their teacher, they make every effort to follow the rules. And when teachers make an effort to get to know each student on a more personable basis, they get more out of their teaching experience as well. Each class should feel more like a family. Knowing how to pronounce a child's name is important, and even learning the meaning of their names can go a long way. The first tip is to build an authentic relationship with the student and with their family. Well, my second tip is make a positive phone call home. Positive phone calls can go a long way. It's very easy to get into the habit as a teacher of calling home only when there is an issue or a challenge to report. While those calls are necessary and they are worthwhile, calls home for celebration are equally, if not more important. Every parent wants to hear positive news about their child. And this reinforces great behavior because the message gets back to the child. Try to make one positive call to a different student's home every single day. It takes just a minute. Even if it's simply to report on a nice comment that child made in class. This means so much to parents, and usually it translates to positive classroom behavior. My third tip is to celebrate hard work and celebrate it often. Show students that you value the work they put into learning each and every day. Identify milestones in the work everyone is accomplishing each day. Maybe once a week, choose one particularly hardworking team or student and share their story with the class. Let the class ask them how they accomplished the work. What a valuable lesson kids learning from other kids and hearing their peers talk about what hard work means to them. Kids who know their work will be celebrated instead of just their grades will pay more attention and stay focused. Fourth one, maintain authority all year long. You meant it when you started the year, but it's easy to relax a bit as the year moves on. When you tell kids to stop talking and get back to work, but you don't follow through, you're actually telling them it doesn't matter that much. That can lead to teachers raising their voices and sometimes saying things that they might regret. You don't have to be mean. You just need to mean what you say. So make a list of the rules that are effective and the rules that really matter to you. Then share them with the students, post them visibly, and refer to them often. Fifth tip, make sure that students know what your rules mean. Just because you've stated them, you shared them, you sent them to their parents in an email, it's posted on a wall, well, that doesn't really mean that the students know exactly what they mean and how you interpret those rules. Your version of no talking might be different from theirs. Human beings love to talk, and they talk for many reasons. So keep your expectations appropriate, especially within the grade level. 6, which is extremely important, is to accommodate all your learners. You want to make sure that the learning environment is optimum for all learners. Make sure every one of your students is able to learn the way you plan to teach. This means reviewing an IEP or a 504 plan, taking notes on recommendations so you can take them into account. Share your fears and concerns with your principal. It's okay. So many classroom management challenges can be averted by considering and planning for the needs in your classroom. Make it a point to share the individual accommodations with each student affected so that they know that it's their plan too and they understand it. Understanding procedures and consequences may be just what a child with behavior problems needs in order to feel more in control of their impulses. Remember to design your lesson plans that challenge everyone in the way that they need to be challenged. Last but not least, is just be prepared. Even if you don't have to submit lesson plans, like you're not required to submit the lesson plans, it still doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. There's a lot to manage throughout the day. I know you know that better than anybody. And not knowing what you are doing or what you're supposed to be teaching can easily destroy a good day. Develop plans that work for your teaching style, accommodate learners, go along with curriculum standards, and pique the curiosity of your students. It may sound daunting, but the more you do it, I promise you the better you'll get at it. A well-planned day can make the difference between tired, flat-out exhaustion. In order to really manage your classroom well, you need to be able to sell your classroom. You aren't just a teacher, which I know you know that, but you're a performer, you're a marketer, you're all that child needs during the day. When kids feel your passion and know where the learning is headed, well, they'll be pumped up to rise to the occasion. Each year can be the year that the students in your class never forget. Well, that ends today's podcast. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember to please share the podcast. It is available on Apple iTunes and all other podcast outlets. You can always email me, Dr. Alice Prince, at aprince@federationofcatholicschools.com. That's aprince@federationofcatholicschools.com. Have a great week.